All right, Jeff, are we good to go?
It's uploading. Hold on. All right. Should be.
All right,
Good to go.
Jeff, are we good to go?
It's uploading. Hold on. You're good.
All right, I will call this meeting to order. Ms. Kraft, if you could call roll.
Jeff, are we good to go?
It's uploading. Hold on. You're good.
Jeff, I think we got some audio.
Yeah, if you're not speaking, if you could mute your phone or mute your computer, it'll.
All right,
it'll
I
the
will
audio.
call this meeting to order. Ms. Kraft, if you could call roll.
Jeff, are we good to go? It's uploading. Hold on.
You're good.
Mr. Rivers,
Present.
Mr. Grumbles,
Here.
Ms. Taranto.
All right, our audio issues here working okay? I think we've resolved the echo. All right, today is Thursday, May 14th, 2020. Welcome everyone to the special Orange Township trustee meeting. We are holding this meeting tonight to consider a new program with the COVID-19 and the pandemic, the impact that it's had on our business and economy here in Delaware County. We're looking to provide resources and different tools to help our business owners, and have come up with a new program. And just to kind of give you a little bit of backstory, Don Ranke and Bob Lamb are going to be presenting tonight, going through the program. Don has, I guess, kind of earned the title here as the architect of the revolving loan program. He contacted me in my role as president with the Delaware County Township Association in the beginning of this, is kind of knocking around some ideas, being that this took a team effort and many different entities to come together and how he had hoped. So made a lot of progress in a short period of time. And then also our Delaware County Economic Development Director, Bob Lamb, who unfortunately his focus has gone from economic development to economic survival here of late. But the two of them have helped pull this program together. And it's, I think, something that will be of great value going forward here for our businesses, especially our small business community. But with that being said, gentlemen, I will turn it over to you.
Trustee Rivers, thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to speak here tonight. Bob Lamb, Economic Development Director for Delaware County. Really appreciate the chance to be able to discuss this item with all of you. Don Ranke will be also speaking with you regarding this item. I'm going to start off quickly, very similar to what we did at the commissioner meeting this morning. First off, I would like to say I'm very happy to let you know that the Delaware County Finance Authority, during their 8 a.m. meeting today, did authorize $250,000 to be directed towards the grant. This was immediately followed up by the county commissioners taking an incredible leadership step for the county and authorizing the creation of the revolving loan fund and authorizing the administrator of the county and myself to work on the various legal documents associated with the bank and other entities, as well as submitting the loan to Jobs Ohio, the loan request to Jobs Ohio to provide a matching grant for our loan program. This has really come together over the last 4 to 5 weeks. We have been working incredibly hard on this program. Don, myself, others on the advisory team that the commissioners created to address economic recovery issues. We have been working very closely with Buckeye State Bank, who is the bank who stepped forward to work with us on this item. We have put together what I think is an incredible program that will really make a difference in the small business community on if they will be able to continue their operations going forward. Very quickly, what we are proposing is a revolving loan fund that is funded by a multitude of partners in the county. The county has stepped forward and dedicated $2.5 million to this endeavor. That is from the county commissioners and other elected officials at the county level. We are now here asking that Orange Township consider a dedication of $250,000 to this fund. That would match what the Delaware County Finance Authority provided this morning. We are also going to be speaking with Liberty Township tonight and asking for them to also dedicate $250,000 to this revolving loan fund. These dollars will go directly to the small business community. They will assist them with reopening and addressing COVID-19 related issues that they have experienced. The small business community is the backbone of Delaware County and any community in the United States. We have seen incredible support from them over the years, and this is a great opportunity for the community as a whole to step forward and show them the support they've shown us for years. This time I'd like to turn it over to Don Ranke to discuss with you the comments he has regarding the loan program.
Chairman Rivers and Trustee Grumbles and the rest of you. First, I'd like to also mention that County Commissioner Gary Merrill is with us tonight, and I would welcome any comments that he'd like to make. But I would like to make a statement. You know, this to where we are tonight, honestly, it started, probably, 5 years ago, building relationships and trust. And those relationships and trust have been, between the county commissioners, the Delaware County Economic Development Department, the Delaware County Finance Authority, and most importantly, Orange Township. And those relationships, because of smart development, the 23 corridor, Evans Farm, those have all paid off with substantial, with substantial advantages for all those involved. As Chairman Rivers had mentioned, I've been working with Chairman Rivers now for probably a couple years. He's taken the lead in regards to the Township Association. He's put on several different presentations, to try to involve some of our business leaders like Pat Teaberry and Schottenstein's folks and other developers in the smart growth that, to try to bring awareness of what could be possibly done. So these relationships have been working, these relationships that, we've been working on for years. And the last 6 weeks, we've been in a hurry up to try to get this done. But I kind of like to give you an idea of where we were. The growth in the, Delaware County is one of the fastest growing counties in the state of Ohio. Obviously, Orange Township is a major player in that growth. Delaware County is projected to remain the fastest growing and add another 100,000 residents over the next 25 years. Again, Orange Township has played a major role in that. Delaware County is one of the 10 best livable counties in the United States. Again, Orange Township has played a major role in that, especially with the Polaris Mall, quality developments like Evans Farm. We're working on the 23 Home Road extension, Olentangy school system being part of Orange Township, and there and the Baptist school system has provided. Small business has been the backbone of our Delaware economy. And I think that there's no greater place to look than Orange Township in regards to the incredible small businesses that thrive, that have thrived there in Orange Township. Since December 2009, unfortunately, the unemployment rate in the county has gone from 2.8% to now 9.3%. 40% of the companies in Delaware County have completed furloughs, 54% have layoffs, 20% of the companies have stopped making payments on their loans. 25% of the businesses are very concerned about reopening. And we're concerned that 25% of the small businesses may not be able to reopen at all. Because of the relationships that have been built over the years, and because of the strength of the small businesses, we found that we had to do something in regards to helping these small businesses get restarted. And the county commissioners wisely set up a recovery task force, and within that task force was this revolving loan committee. And early on, I had asked Chairman Rivers to sit on it, and he's helped tremendously there. So, as Bob has mentioned, the county commissioners put in $2.5 million today in the revolving loan fund. The Delaware County Finance Authority put in $250,000. Obviously, we're speaking to you tonight. We've got a meeting right after this with the Liberty Township trustees. Bob has prepared a matching grant application to go off to Jobs Ohio either late tomorrow afternoon or first thing Monday morning, asking them to match what we consider to be about $3.5 million that we've been able to put together. And so, our request tonight is asking Orange Township trustees to, donate the $250,000 to this community. They would get a seat on the board, and I think they send a very, very strong message to the small businesses there in Orange Township that the leadership in Orange Township has got their back, and that are going to do everything they possibly can, to help them get back on their feet. The revolving loan program, it's a phenomenal program. Bob and Mike and I have been able to negotiate a phenomenal relationship with Buckeye Savings Bank. We'll be able to look at loans up to $25,000. There'll be a 6-month no payment schedule to start. The interest rates will be between 3 to 4%. The terms will be anywhere from 3 years to 5 years. The municipalities and the townships that are going to be part of this get priority points for their businesses if they're involved. This loan program is just literally a lifeline. And we hope that those 25% of the small businesses that feel that they're going to have a real problem getting restarted, we can really make a difference in those 25%. And so, I would ask the trustees to seriously consider this appropriation. And Mr. Commissioner, if you'd like to say some things, that would be great too. Gary, are you there?
I was muted. I couldn't speak. I apologize. I don't have much to add to what's been said. I can tell you that the commissioners were very, very excited to support this program. All three of us spoke in quite detail about why we thought it was a good program, and it was a unanimous vote. And we're excited about helping the small business people in our county at a time when it's, I think Trustee Rivers used the term economic survival as related to Bob's role right now. And that's a term, frankly, that was used this morning. It's a time where we can step forward and really, I think, make a difference in the small business community. And if we're able to get to that $5 million range, it means that roughly 200 businesses in this county will have an opportunity to be participants in this program and hopefully get them up on their feet and get them started. The small business community is very important to this county and frankly to our future growth of our county. That's really all I have to say or add, because I think it's pretty much been said by Bob and Don.
What questions do we have?
I think all the board members received at least a phone call earlier in the week. I know, Don, when you called me, I had asked if you a few things. I asked if you had plans to reach out to the collective board, and you said yes. And then I asked if you had a chance to speak with our fiscal officer to make sure that this is a viable option for us to begin with, because I wanted to ensure that before we talk about spending money, we check our money leader, if you will. And so I would just ask that we confirm both of those things. And with Trustee Taranto not making the meeting, I want to confirm that she at least has had some chance to talk through this with at least you or Bob, and then we give Lisa a chance.
Obviously, she's a small business owner herself. And so, I mean, I think it has, had real meaning to her. I've also had several conversations with your township administrator, Andrew King, including today. And I've made so many phone calls this week. Lisa, did we talk or did we try to talk? If we didn't, I apologize. I mean, I've probably, have been on 60 or so phone calls this week, it seems like, but
I believe, echoing Don's comments, I know Don talked with some of the trustees. I also spoke with some of the trustees, and then fiscal officer and I were able to touch base today to talk over some of the items.
You're muted, Lisa.
You mean you can't read lips?
There we go.
I did have a chance. I did get introduced to the program yesterday when Don called, gave me an overview of the program, and then I watched the commissioners meeting from this morning, which that was very helpful. And then I peppered Bob this afternoon with a lot of questions, and quite honestly, from all the responses I received, this really appears to be a well thought out program. They've seemed to have covered all the bases and have really put a lot of effort into organizing this.
Good. Thank you. And not a problem at all to have talked earlier today. I really appreciated the opportunity. Thank you.
From a board standpoint, I look at what we were doing earlier in the year, and what we were putting our time and energy into in Orange Township, the importance of focusing on our commercial corridor, of ensuring that we're doing the best we can for our tax base. We just passed a school levy. We look at all of these factors, and we have to really take a long-term vision and really understand, which I think the board did earlier in the year in some of our strategic partnerships, some of the steps we took. And I look at this as just a continuation of that. We can't do anything without the business support. We need that commercial support. And, when I talk to small businesses, friends that own them in our township, and then just business owners I've been introduced to through this role, one thing that stood out to me was that there's a lot of programs and funds out there that have surfaced, but there's always a catch. There's a stipulation or something that has prevented them from really taking advantage. For example, most folks are making more on unemployment now by far than they did when they were working, full time. And so when these businesses apply for loans through federal programs, small business programs, there's an expectation that they're paying their employees to keep them on staff, and they can't pay someone and take away their and have them on unemployment at the same time. And it's disincentive for the employees to do that. So it puts people in a tough spot when those benefits contradict themselves or don't really mesh. So I like the idea of handling this locally. I think that the more we can focus on local resources and provide those to the businesses we know best and that know us best, it really empowers us to continue that relationship post pandemic. And that's where we have to really sharpen and focus right now, is how do we come out of this? We've started our relationship with the Finance Authority, looking at the big picture. We've started to really foster a healthy relationship with the county, working with the commissioners, working with all of the key stakeholders there. And it's important that we, and critical really, especially at this time, that we continue that. We water that and allow it to grow, and we do all we can to secure our township's future. We don't have all the resources and answers in our township. We know that. And this is another time where, I would echo what we did earlier in the year when we partnered with the Finance Authority. If we can come into a relationship and pay a fair share to get in, and the yield is more favorable, if you will, I view that as a sound investment for us. Right now, we're seeing that through some of the work and help we're getting with zoning and corridor studies, legal support, various resources there. I look at this and say, hey, we're the forefront of small business here in the county. We're the doorway to the county. We need to secure the future for our folks here, and I really applaud this move. I think it doubles down on our relationship and it allows us to help. So I'm all for it. I appreciate the opportunity, and appreciate you, Commissioner Merrill and Mr. Ranke, for coming today and joining us in the township with this opportunity.
Yeah, and
I think.
Go ahead, Don.
I think that, I know that what has occurred today and what should occur over the next day or two and next week, this is historic. There's not another county in the state of Ohio that has been able to put a program, together like this, and to be able to ask for a match from Jobs Ohio, of 3.5 million is just unheard of. And as Commissioner Merrill had said, we're the minimum of providing, 200 loans of 25,000. I'm not sure there's another county in the United States that's been able to put this type of program together. And I will tell you, a lot of the credit belongs to Bob Lamb and the relationships that he's built over the last 4 years. And I will tell you that, after the commissioners were kind enough to put me on the Delaware County Finance Authority, about 10 minutes after I got put on, I got a phone call from, Bob, and he said, let's get together. I want to talk to you about, what I think my goals are with the Finance Authority, and I'd like to hear what your goals are. And we've been able to, and as you know, I resigned my position, after 4 years of service a couple months ago, but we were able to accomplish all those goals, except for one that Bob had and two that I had. And the one that we had together was, developing a revolving loan fund. Now, it's unfortunate, and it really is unfortunate, that this virus has brought us all together, but it's brought us together for a purpose, and that is to save and help restart, these businesses, these small businesses that have been the backbone of, Orange Township. And I, for one, am extremely proud of the opportunity to be part of this and to be part of something that is so historic, not only, like I say, in the state of Ohio for the, with the all 88 counties, but I'm not, I think that probably, we may be one of the only counties in the country that have come together and been able to put this type of program together. And so, I'm thankful to be part of it. I'm thankful that y'all are seriously considering being part of it. And I've really enjoyed working with the Orange Township trustees, and this is a way to, to do a lot more good, for the next 4 or 5 years. So.
Well, I look at with COVID-19 and when the outbreak started, we were able to transition to the online meetings because we already had the equipment and had invested in a platform that allowed for the live streaming, for our meetings. So we had been proactive and were ahead of things, and it made that transition an easy one. None of us know for certain what the future holds. I think with the way we do business, there will be some permanent changes, and there will be some things that come out of this with technology and some different things. But when you look at the 23 corridor and the things that we're doing there, we're in a fantastic position to adapt and to make sure that we don't miss any opportunities. And we wouldn't be there if it weren't for our partners with our YouTube channel. Delaware IT was the one that helped put that together and put together a program and a platform that we wouldn't have been able to find anyplace else without the finance authority and what they've helped us with on the technology side and where we're at now with 23. It's a rising tide raises all boats. And with this program, where I look at, it's a huge benefit to our small businesses in Orange Township, but we would not be able to offer the ability to offer a program of this level without the other partners that we have across Delaware County, and of course, the Delaware County itself to do this. So I'm very proud of the work we've done with the Township Association in the last year and bringing our townships together. My message has been that we all may have our own identity or kind of our own flavor, but we're all on the same team, and we can get much more accomplished and be a lot stronger when we're all working together. And in the process of putting together this, this loan program, I think it's a great example of what we can do when we're all working together and the results that we can bring forward. So I want to thank Commissioner Merrill for joining us tonight, and I can't say enough about the hours and the time that Bob and Don have put in putting this program together. A little over a month, and they've gotten all their homework done, got everyone together, and it was a short period of time, but the hours that were put in to get there, I mean, they've really worked their tails off to make this happen. So a great team effort, and I couldn't be more proud of what we've been able to get to this point. And I look forward to seeing this application and get into Jobs Ohio and getting this officially, across the goal line. Do we have anything else anyone would like to add?
I would just like to end, Chair, by stating thank you to Don Ranke for all the hard work that he's put into this. Thank you for the commissioners and leading the way on this. And thank you to the 2 trustees for really stepping forward. I think this is a true testament to what makes Delaware County such a unique place to live and to open a small business. We are taking a step forward to help those who have made the community what it is, and it's your leadership that's making it possible. Thank you.
All right, so with that, I'll make the motion to approve Resolution 20-213 to appropriate general fund monies as a contribution to the Delaware County Office of Economic Development's Revolving Loan Fund in the amount of $250,000.
Second.
Mr. Rivers,
Yes.
Mr. Grumbles,
Yes.
Ms. Tranto.
And gentlemen, I know you've got another meeting to get to. Good luck. Thank you for everything. And I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
Mr. Rivers,
Yes.
Mr. Grumbles.
Yes. Thank you all again. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Gary, Merrill, thank you guys for all your participation in this program. It's going to be great for all of us.
Appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you all.